Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to be talking more about the Great Resignation and about capitalism in general. Now, this is what I noticed with people quitting their job. People are quitting their job and expecting capitalism to just crumble, when in fact, capitalism will never crumble. The reason why I say this is because what makes capitalism work is that everyone is divided and competing towards each other for themselves. It is a lot like the Netflix series Squid Games. Capitalism is like real life Squid Games. Everybody working against each other for their own selfish gain. If everybody worked together and fought the system, the rich people will not have power over them. This is why capitalism is so strong, but it requires that everyone in the world be divided. And that's pretty easy to do. Let's say you have 10 people working on a ship, and you say, all right, we're all going to work on this ship, and we're all going to share the profits. That's fine. That's like a communalism. As soon as 5 people say, you know what, let's just wait till these 5 dudes work on it, and then we'll have the same amount as them, but we will work less, then capitalism starts to flourish in people's minds. They say, look, I'm working hard in a group so that we can all benefit, but 5 of these people are slacking. I rather work and keep what I make than to work for someone else, pick up their slack, and let them get paid for doing nothing. That's why communism fails. Because in paper, communism is a good idea. It's a even distribution of wealth, right? But some people work less than others. So the reason why capitalism works so well is because capitalism divides everyone. That's the beauty of capitalism, but it's also the thing that really destroys people. Capitalism divides everyone. Everyone needs to be divided. Everyone has to work against everyone else, and everyone has to compete against everyone for capitalism to flourish. And so far, it's very easy to divide people. Divide people politically, divide people genderly, divide people with ideologies, divide people with opinions, divide people with laws. As long as you keep dividing people, you're going to have capitalism flourish, because some people are not going to put up with working real hard and getting paid the same as someone else. Now, the system that we have right now is still capitalism, but the people that have already won, it's the people that monopolized everything about 100 years ago. They're not allowing the people at the bottom to gain wealth, to gain wealth. So that's why there's a revolt, because people don't want to play if they're not going to win. Capitalism is like a game. And if there's no chance of winning, less people are going to play. Like the lottery. A lot of people play the lottery because there's a chance to win. But what if they told you there's no chance of you winning the lottery? Then you will not play. Same thing with capitalism. People are quitting their jobs because they're working hard, and there's so many rules that were written before they were born that prevented them from becoming rich and wealthy. And there's only a select few that happen to fit a certain stereotype that make it to the top, almost as if it's controlled. So that's why you can't get rid of capitalism. There's a monopoly, and there's no strategy to get rid of it. And it really requires everybody working together to collapse it. Now, once you once you collapse this monopoly, which basically we're not collapsing capitalism, the Great Resignation is collapsing monopolies. So once you collapse the monopolies, then you will capitalism will start all over again because people will be divided again. Eventually, people will divide themselves again. So capitalism will never die as long as people are divided. But for this one time, everyone is working together, quitting their jobs, collapsing the currency, and defeating monopolies, not through protest or legislation, through physical action, through sacrifice. That is what's causing change, is and sacrifice and action. People are not saying, "Oh, we want people to change, or we want capitalism gone now." There's no protest at all. It's basically quitting the game of this monopoly because you don't have a chance. And the people at the top, they're going to fight. They're going to fight to get rid of the poor people, because if you look at history, there has never been a change without a war. So you got to kind of be prepared for the worst, but hope that nothing happens. But keep in mind, the rich have more power right now with their money, because they have money and property and weaponry. They have access to military and all that stuff, and police. But once the money collapses, that power is completely vanished, because people uh, will not do things for something that has no value. So the currency must collapse in order for this monopoly to end. But capitalism will never go away.